Roddy Rich fell off. See, now I could have clearly ended the video right there. I done already made the statement about what the video is about, but you obviously, you know, your boy gonna go in depth. Obviously, if you knew the video wasn't over and you kept watching, you good. Here's a cookie. Man, eat the damn cookie. What are they talking about? Wasting my fucking time. Nigga, feed homeless niggas with that shit, bro. Basically, if you don't know, recently Roddy Rich deactivated all of his social media accounts after dropping a snippet, and niggas was just on his head top for it. They was flaming his shit, bro. And I'm like, honestly, the snippet can't be that bad. How about we give it a little bit of a listen? Yeah, damn, I see why niggas was on your ass. You want to be so Illuminati so fucking bad. He sold his soul. Stupid ass. Now, personally, I don't think that he should have deactivated all his accounts. In my opinion, and I feel like in most people's opinion, when you're an artist, you're just not going to get good feedback on every snippet that you drop. There's eventually going to be shit that people just aren't rocking with. But the people in your circle like, yo, this shit was kind of tough. And then there's going to be some shit that the people in your circle ain't fucking with, but then your core audience is going to be fucking with it. That's part of the game. When you're in a medium like rap or fucking video creating, it's always going to be opinionated. You know what I'm saying? People are obviously going to have different outlooks. Like, for instance, with my videos, my rap videos perform a lot better than something like if I'm just talking about a random topic. Like, if you look at my most popular videos, they're rap based. Well, not all of them, but a good chunk of them are rap based. But that's not why I'm saying that Roddy Rich has fallen off or whatever. Why I'm saying that and why most people probably think that he has fallen off is the fact of how his last album performed. His last album sold 64K first week, where his first album, or not, was that his debut album? Please excuse me for being antisocial, sold 100K first week, which is really good for, I think, a debut album. I'm not even sure if it was a debut album. But regardless, you can obviously notice the lack of, you know, sales. People not really fucking with this. I don't even think this album really had a hit song. Like, it does. I think it's called like 25 Mil or some shit like that. That song is nowhere near as popular as The Box. And no one's saying that it has to be, oh, just as good as The Box. But when you have a standout hit and barely anybody knows what it is, then there's clearly a problem. And I feel like the reason for this being is lack of consistency. When you're a new rapper, you're up and coming rapper in the game, I feel like your biggest downfall plus your biggest uprise can be consistency. If you're really consistent with your music and it's good, people are going to be fucking with it. If you're barely consistent and when you drop, the music just really ain't that good, it's not that, you know, it's not crank, ain't nobody playing this shit on the aux, this shit is ass. If you get in my fucking car, you're getting thrown out. Obviously it didn't work in your fucking favor. And clearly we've seen that Roddy Rich is someone who used consistency against him. Man's had one of the biggest songs in 2019. He had one of the biggest songs in 2020 and then just barely did anything with that. Now granted, The Box is his song. Okay. And Rockstar is a DaBaby song. But you gotta realize that once DaBaby dropped that song, he was still dropping plenty of music right after that. So he was still being consistent. Roddy Rich had these two really popular songs that have over 1 billion streams on Spotify and then just went MIA. And yeah, he did a few occasional features, but like, we want to listen to new music from you. He only dropped like what, one single last year, and that was a single to his album that he just dropped that just flopped. And I'm not one to say, oh, because somebody flopped on their album that the album is automatically bad. I believe that even if an album flops, if you like the album, then its sales shouldn't matter. But I feel like this album was just a flop in general. This album just was not good. And for your your fans that have been waiting a long time for you to drop something for what, 3 years? When did Roddy Rich drop this album? 2022? When he dropped this album? 2022, right? Yeah, whatever. 2-3 years, people have been waiting for you to drop a new album and you give them this. Honestly, that feels like a slap in the face. Like with Uzi treated us right in 2020. He gave us 2 back-to-back albums, which are pretty good. I mean, Eternal Take is kind of, but Love versus the World Part 2 is, that shit tough. And it made it feel like it was worth the wait. This shit didn't make you feel like it was worth the wait. But I think a more simple answer to the question, rather than he fell off, I feel like Roddy Rich wasted his prime. Those 2 years that he didn't really drop much music, if he had just been dropping just a few songs, maybe like every other month, maybe not even every other month, every other 2 months, every other 3 months, at least to get 3 to 4 songs a year. Now you don't even gotta drop an album. If you're just consistent enough dropping singles, keeping people hooked until your album comes out, and the shit that you're dropping in the meantime is good, then you would have probably been Lil Baby level right now. You probably would have been possibly even DaBaby level. You have 2 songs under your name that have over 1 billion streams. streams. You had the star power. You just ain't do shit with it. Now, I obviously feel like he can eventually, you know, still get that star power back, but I don't think he'll ever reach the same level of popularity that he had throughout late 2019 and pretty much all of 2020. People excused it for a little bit because he had these 2 big songs, but like, every artist that drops these huge songs gotta know that eventually people are gonna get tired of it and you gotta follow it up with something better. It's just part of the game. It's just part of the rap game, and that's the reason why a lot of these artists in the 2017, 2018 era fucking flopped, because they didn't want to drop music. They just wanted to get fucking hooked on Xanax and shit and fucking overdose or whatever, or overdose on hot Cheetos or some shit. I don't fucking know. The 2017, 2018 era was the worst era of music, hands down. But anyways, with that being said, I think this is where I'm gonna end the video. Make sure to like this video, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe with post notifications on to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video. And with that being said, I'm gonna check you guys out.